And then I'm finding myself just like drinking just at any moment for any reason. I'll find myself drinking when I'm super happy and I want to celebrate.
Yep.
I find myself drinking when I'm sad. I find myself drinking when I'm bored. I just found myself drinking whenever, all the time. And until finally people in my life around the pandemic time and then since then would like sat me down like, hey dude, you're kind of drinking a lot. Like, are you okay? Like, and I would be like, you know, kind of brush them off at first, like, nah, it's not a big a deal. Like, I'm still skating. Like, I'm still all right. Like, everything's fine. Like, you know, I was like,
Just having fun.
I was just like, dude, I got to a point where I was like, you know, I'm 20 years deep in my career. I've been going nonstop, foot on the gas all this time. I just want to like enjoy the fruits of my labor now. And I kind of like got lazy. I was getting fat. I was like eating like shit. I was like not sleeping good. All the way up until very recent. Even to the point I called Brandon Turner because I know Brandon Turner has his own facility and he's changed his life around. And I've watched Andrew change his life around and Ellington. I've watched all these guys change their lives around. I'm like, how the freak can these guys do it? I can't do it. Like, I couldn't do it. I called Brandon. I picked his brain about it. He offered me some good advice. It ruined like relationships that I was in. Like, and from the outside looking in, not many people would know that was going on. But my internal circle would know.
Yeah.
And like somehow, you know, thank God, you know, I didn't like, you know, I'm still being active. I'm still working out nonstop. I'm still skating all the time. But in between all that, I'm looking for a drink. I'm thinking about a drink, the next drink. And I was watching this podcast, Diary of CEO, about, I don't know, maybe 4 months ago, not too long ago. And there was this addiction specialist woman on there, and I just happened to watch it. I geek out on that podcast. It's really good. And she was talking about like addiction. She works with people and it's disease and all these things, and I'm like relating to it. But then she's like, there are medicines that can help with alcohol addiction and control. And I was like, what? So I looked up into this medicine, and for the last, what is it, almost 3 months now, I've been taking it, and it's called Naltrexone. And I was like, how do not many people know about this?
Yeah, I've never heard of
Yeah,
that.
I had never heard of it. All the people
Just turned
I know
off
of like
an addiction sensor or something?
I know like that there's AA, which I had never gone. I'd been like too shy or nervous, embarrassed, whatever, to talk about it. So like I would make stupid bets with my friends and white knuckle it. But like I went like January to March of this year without drinking because I bet my friend Spanish Mike that if I do drink, I have to shave my head bald.
Oh shit!
So I was like, I'm not drinking. But as soon as March 1st hit, it was back like nothing ever. So like it wasn't sustainable. So I found out about this stuff, and I think it's important to share with people because I don't think a lot of people know about this. It's called Naltrexone. And I found it on this, and I Googled it, found this website that you can do it all online. But what it does is originally was used for opiate addiction.
Okay.
For people who do opiates. But apparently the same receptors where the opiates hit in your brain is the same ones that where alcohol hits in your brain. So you take this medicine and it goes to the receptors and blocks them. So whenever you drink or do opium or whatever, or take an opiate, it'll go to that part of your brain, but it's blocked. It's like wearing a hat on your receptor. Boom, sorry, can't get here. So like you don't get the same satisfaction out of it.
You still get a buzz.
You can still get a buzz, but you don't get that, where's the next drink? Where's the next drink? You just like, oh, have a beer, like have a couple beers. You might feel buzzed, but it's not that same like, let's keep this going. It's like, okay, cool. Like I could never before just like a beer or two and be done.
Yeah.
It was just like, if I start, I'm going.
So that's something that I actively tried to do and I practice, which is, I'm like, all right, tonight, and I wouldn't do it at a party. I would do it like on a Tuesday night. Don't have anything going on. I'm going to drink one beer. That's it. And then maybe I end up having 2 or 3. Okay, fuck. All right. The next time, all right, I'm going to drink one beer. And then I mastered, and it's just like take it really back to the fucking to the basics,
dude. Congrats
and I'm just
for that.
going to conquer this one now. Now that I can just do one, I'm gonna learn how to see if I can just do 3, because it's way harder once you get to 3 to stop than it is after 1. You know,
I don't know if this is just like the addiction brain, but like I was like, because like if you do that right, you get the addiction under control. But I'm like, part of me is like, well, the addiction, when it's used on something like skateboarding or something like working out or something constructive, it's like it's like a superpower.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, but if I somehow like break myself of having an addictive personality, is that the good side of it going to suffer? Am I going to not be able to be like addicted to the good side of things anymore? Like I had this thought, like, is it going to like be detrimental? Am I going to just be like some overly in moderation kind of guy, guru? And like, I was like scared, like, well, I don't want to be moderate with my skating and working out and like my career.
I mean, I literally asked myself the exact same question, and my fear was the idea of abstinence. The idea of abstinence, which is fully neglecting the thing inside of me that I feel like I need, as compared to I should learn how to be the master of it. You know, and so I'm a very I don't like the word addiction. I have a very passionate personality, and like when I do things, I go 150% all in. And so I do think that it is a superpower, but I think it's good to learn how to control the superpower as opposed to,
like Bruce Banner controlling the Hulk instead of the Hulk just coming out of him whenever.
And then he can summon it when he wants to.
Yeah.
Because we can still, like, even though I'm
Still
saying like
enjoy
I'll
yourself.
just have one beer. Yo, you want to go out tonight? I can fucking let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can still do that.
Yeah.
How does that pill kind of how's it been?
It's been really good. So just 2 days ago, I was having lunch on Sunday after we were skating, and I never, ever leave any alcohol, not a drop in the glass if I order
Not a
it.
damn chance.
Not a damn chance, right? And I just like, we were done and like I was full and like I just felt fine, and I left a whole half a mug of beer.
Damn.
And I was like, wow, I think this is working.
Epic.
That never happens.
Yeah.
I will usually force it down no matter what. But I feel like it's going really well. I can have a drink, maybe 2 drinks, and be like, all right, I'm cool. Because
Solid.
normally after the second, the buzz is turned on enough to where I'm like, let's roll. Yeah, one more, why not? Yeah, one more, why not? And then it's just next thing you know, I'm waking up with a headache.
Are you planning on like staying on this forever?
My goal with it is to take it long enough to where drinking doesn't feel like a habit anymore. Like
Build
now
that
I can
will.
go multiple days without it, and then I can have a couple, and then I can go a couple days in a row, and then I won't, and then I'll have like, I want to get to the point where like I go like a week or something and not even realizing it, not even intentionally, just
Yeah.
like, whoa,
It's been
I
a
didn't
week.
even drink,
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it, it wasn't intentional or nothing, and I want to just get to the point where it's like that, and then I'll try getting off and see if I maintain that and kind of go back and forth based on what the results are. And
I think you have the kind of brain that like can recognize that if this thing allows me to be what I want, then it is psychological, and therefore I'm going to use this like sort of crutch,
Yeah.
to get to there, and then slowly take the training wheels
Exactly.
off. And if the
That's the
training
idea.
wheels come off and you fucking fall flat on your face, put them back on,
Right.
and then practice again
That's
until
the
you can
idea, right.
eventually.
exactly.
I also think too, it's like if it doesn't like help you reach the goals that you have, sometimes it's like easier to stay away from it.
For sure. Like
know.
like if I've played all these games with myself, and that's the area I would get so frustrated. Like, why am I not conquering this? Like,
Yeah.
if it's not getting you closer to your goals, why do it? And then again, I'd find some silly excuse. Well, I got a clip yesterday. I'm sore today. I got nothing to
Celebrate.
do.
Yeah.
Everything's taken care of. Well, I just kick it at home and have a couple drinks. Or why don't I go out to a nice restaurant and have some drink, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I always find some little stupid excuse, and I know that about myself, and I catch myself doing it. And then so it's a struggle. Like you said, it took you 20 years to get to that point. I think I've really stumbled across like a hack with the Naltrexone.
Yeah.
And it's like people can look it up. I forget what the website I found it on, but like I just feel like it's important to share with people. I'm sure a lot of people have dealt with this or struggle with this type of thing.
Thank
And
you for
I
sharing
think the
that.
Naltrexone has really been a really helpful thing, because like my goal was to like never drink again. I just wanted to have like a relation. I want to get to a point where I have a relationship with alcohol like the same way like my friend Spanish Mike does.
Yeah.
He'll drink here and there occasionally, but for the most part he could care less.
Yeah.
but he'll have an Aperol spritz or two on the rare occasion. But then then it won't even like he doesn't think about it ever.